Hey, what's up? It's Patrick. It's Rose via Fire. And I want to talk about how to rest in God. Because some people don't even know how to rest in God, man. You know what I'm saying? But let me just say some things on how to rest in God. So think of it like this. You're trying to rest in God, right? Uh, let's say you're about to go to sleep, right? You know what I'm saying? Like when you about to go to sleep, it's like you just let go. You know what I'm saying? You let go. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You go into sleep. You let go of everything until you wake up in the next morning. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how it is to rest in God. It's like you have to, it's not really like you're going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Resting in God is not necessarily just going to sleep. Although that could probably be one of the ways, but it's not necessarily just going to sleep is how you're resting in God. Like you could rest in God while you just going about your day, just chilling, you know what I'm saying? But resting in God is basically like you gotta let go. You gotta let go of the stuff you're thinking about. When you are in the resting process and you are resting in God, you got to let go of the stuff that's running through your head. You got to let go of the stuff that's running through your mind and your emotions. You know what I'm saying? You got to let go of different things, man. That's how you rest in God, man. You gotta let go. Cause think about it. How can you rest in God if you don't let go? Right? If you're thinking about all the problems that's going on in your life, how are you resting in God? You know what I'm saying? You gotta let go of all these different thoughts. When you are in the process of resting in God, you gotta let go of all these different thoughts, different worries and different anxieties and this and that. It's like you gotta try to let go of all this stuff, man. Stuff that your mind is focused on, you know what I'm saying? And when you let go and you really just get into God's presence and you just really let go of all this stuff for the period, like for basically for the entire time you are resting in God, you trying to let go of all the other stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's really like one of the main ways on how you rest in God. Because a lot of people, man, they may be trying to rest in God, but they trying to rest in God, but they holding on to these different thoughts. They thinking all these things. They worrying about all these things. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta let go of all this overthinking, bro. When you trying to rest, you gotta let go. As long as you are in the process of resting in God, you gotta let go. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're trying to rest, like for example, let's say you are resting in God, like let's say like, you know what I'm saying, in this certain period of time, whatever that period of time that you are resting in God in, you guys to let go of all this extra stuff, man, that's running through your head. A lot of you people got so many stuff running through your head, you can't rest in God, because soon as you in the process of resting in God, your mind is not resting. Does that make sense? You're trying to rest in God, but your mind is not resting. That's why you have to let go of all the stuff in your head, bruh. Because if your mind is not resting, how are you resting in God? You know what I'm saying? You putting all your energy in all these thoughts. You're putting all this energy in all these emotions and stuff. It's almost like you gotta forget what's going on with all the other stuff and really just rest in God, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's really how, that's how you rest in God. It's like you gotta let go of all the other stuff so you could really rest in God, man. Because a lot of people, man, some people may not even know how to rest in God. They either like, oh, how you rest in God? Like is it like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? It could be anything, really. You could just be going about your day resting in God. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta get rid of all the distractions, man. Especially the ones in your mind and all the worry and all that extra stuff. It's kind of like you got to forget. You gotta try to forget all that extra stuff, man, and then just focus on God, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically how you rest in God. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically all I wanted to say, man. Peace.